What's up, nerds? I'm Ed Good, and with the coming Marvel movie Ant-Man on the horizon, we here at the Cool Nerd Show figured that we would give a little bit of background on who Ant-Man actually is. So, to start off, the first Ant-Man, known as Henry or Hank Pym, was the creator of Ant-Man. He created a substance called Pym particles. Pym particles allowed Hank Pym to either change his size to be big or small. Early on, he created a helmet that allowed him to control ants. So essentially, he uses the suit to shrink down to a smaller size, where he keeps his human strength and agility and that sort of thing, and is able to fight crime. All right, he starts off first solving like mysteries, like sorts of crimes, not necessarily physical altercations. And later on, he meets his wife and shares that info with her. She becomes the super heroine known as Wasp. So Hank Pym is also one of the early founders and early members of the Avengers, along with his wife Wasp. Hank is the one who creates Ultron in the beginning. Hank later uses the same tech that he used to shrink himself small to become Giant Man. Essentially, he goes up against other powerhouse villains, so he switches from that mystery-solving hero to that action-fighting superhero. Other incarnations, he became Wasp when his wife was presumed dead. He became somebody known as Goliath. But, basically he was Ant-Man in the beginning, and then when he finishes being Ant-Man, he then hands the suit over, or the mantle over, to Scott Lang. Now, originally Scott Lang, who's the second Ant-Man, stole the suit from Hank Pym, and he did it because he wanted to save his dying daughter. His daughter had a heart condition. And afterward, he gives the suit back, but Hank Pym convinces him to be a superhero. And he becomes a member of the Avengers. He fights crime. He is the second Ant-Man. Exact same powers because he's using the original Ant-Man suit. Scott Lang is also one of the members of the Avengers. Hank Pym really convinced him to become a member of the Avengers, so he went along with that. Also, Lang's Ant-Man is very much used with the Fantastic Four. He teams up with them quite often. He is actually later killed by Scarlet Witch, and for a brief time, his daughter takes his suit and uses the powers as a different superhero heroine. The third and final Ant-Man was a man named Eric O'Grady, and he was basically the worst Ant-Man. He used the suit for personal gain. He found the suit at S.H.I.E.L.D.'s headquarters, essentially steals it and uses it to seduce women, lie, cheat. He wants to get what he wants, and that's it. So he is pretty much the third and most useless Ant-Man. So there's some basic background on who Ant-Man is. Make sure to go to the theaters and see it when it comes out July 17th. At that time, we will also do a review of the movie. Make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe to our channel, Cool Nerd Show. Go to coolnerdshow.com, and we'll see you in theaters.